The biggest thing that I am trying to do right now is move as much of the brand outdoor and tactical to manufacturing with as much trade compliant US made fabric as I can, which is a major undertaking. Because if you don't like paying $209 for a pair of pants that I'm getting made in Asia, stand the fuck by for what it costs to made in the USA. But we're trying to do that, and it's not easy and it's difficult. But we hear everybody, and we're making the moves, and we're staying on top of it. And I lose sleep over it. But you've got to have a happy medium of, look, if you can't afford this $209 pair of pants, that, trust me, our margin is not what you think it is, then you do need to step down in quality. And you understand that when you step down in quality, you step down in capability. And it goes for the same thing with guns, optics. You know, the bottom of the line optic versus the top of the line optic is going to give you two different performances.
There's more to it than that. You're not just stepping down from maybe the capability, you're also stepping down from who you're buying from. And when I say that, if you're spending $39 on a, and I mean, if you can't afford it, I get it. I've been broke most of my life. If you're spending $39 on a Walmart pant, are you buying from a former, veteran-owned company? Are you buying from anybody that has a backbone? Are you buying from a sweatshop made overseas from the cheapest possible manufacturer alive that has nothing to do with anything that you stand for?
Right.
If you're paying $39 to $49, $59 for a pair of pants, you're probably, you're paying for a sweatshop. And people I don't think look at that very often, you know what I mean? And so that goes above and beyond, just being made in America. You're also supporting a company that's supporting American jobs and everything else, where I get it when you're cost effective or whatever else, but you're supporting absolutely nothing in the United States. And when I say that, absolutely nothing.
Yeah. And know the ethos of our co-founders and owners is that, we stand very strong on America, military, law enforcement, first responders, the flag, everything after that in politics, you guys can pick and choose. But that's who we do the give back to. That's who we are building the products for as much as possible. And we are trying to do it to where people get the best product made for the best price we can do. And as we transition the company into a position where we have more made in USA logos or not made in certain countries and stuff like that, understand that it is a major undertaking in the apparel world. If you don't understand where everything is being made, an example I'll give you, everybody wants to bitch about something, but while they're texting you and while they're freaking giving you the negative comments on Instagram, they're doing it on an iPhone made in China. Yeah, so what's the standard?
Right.
You know what I mean? What is the fucking standard out there? Well, go ahead and get your flip phone that's made here in the States and go ahead and post your comments and stuff like that. So they don't mind there, but they do mind here. So we're cognizant of it and we're working on it, and not to beat this to death, but I think the biggest thing you need to look at is ethos. And our ethos is, and we know where we stand, and the brand stands very clear that we are for America, we're a veteran-owned company, and that everything we are doing, that we are building something for a customer that wants to be associated with this brand ethos. And I think that stands strong.
Yeah, I mean, that's important. Like, the customers out there, if you listen to this, we hear you. We're moving in that direction, but we also need to be catering toward the customer who doesn't have a shit ton of money, who wants a very quality product. Not everybody can afford to pay $300 for a pair of apparel that costs us $200 to make just because it's made in the USA. It's just not cost effective in the long term. So we understand that. So we're going to be made, seeking out manufacturers in different countries that'll kind of lower that price point for some of those customers. And we're going to also have that price point that's available for customers who have a bit more of a budget. So it takes time. To your point, we've been at this for, I'd say, no less than a year and a half, trying to find the right manufacturers, the right textiles to kind of replace some of the things and kind of shift some of the stuff that we currently have over to some of those manufacturers. But it's just taking time, but we're making it work.
Yeah. I mean, we're launching right now. It's called our Trade and Berry compliant line. and it's catered to the U.S. government customer. But we have in late October, we have our first release of multicam. All the fabrics, trims, zippers, every freaking component of that is a USA made product, and it's assembled in Nicaragua, which is a trade compliant. It's an American owned company. Those are going to be available on the website. Those are going to be available to pre-order. The reason that's important to know is that we are making that transition, and it's for the warfighter, for the SWAT cop, for the first responder, and everything else will follow suit on it. So, and we're actually pretty excited because I have 20 months skin in the game and flying around the world to find a textile company that could do it and a company that will manufacture it, and that you won't break the bank on doing it.
And it was difficult, not difficult. Obviously, when I came on board here, you had mentioned it's coming, right? But you read comments on, social or whatever, we paid ads that are like, hey, where's it made? Hey, you're a piece of shit, whatever. But rather than fighting that battle, winning solves every problem, right? And so showing them, knowing what was going on behind the scenes, meaning that you guys were doing everything you could to bring everything, back here, was good. Because there's not, people can talk all the shit they want online, but generally people are still going to Walmart, right? That's a fact. But some people it is very important to. And so you have given, well, I say you guys have given a lot of effort into, what'd you say, a year and a half?
Yeah.
Yeah, to bring it back home. And that was one of the things we talked about.
I'm actually, not that I'm counting, I'm actually 20 months.
20,
almost 2 years.
Yeah. I mean, and other things that are going to be coming up soon that I think, one of the reasons I'm here, which we can't go into great depth. One of the other things is, we're working on other products that'll be, made here. So we're trying to bring things back rather than a lot of companies right now are going
the other direction.
And
if you look deep, even companies that had the label one day are not doing it anymore. And that's the skill of the American seamstress worker sew shop. It's virtually non-existent, especially when you're talking synthetics. Flannel, wool, cotton, very prevalent here. But when you get into performance fabric,
like technically sewn, like that's the
different freaking game. So
Yeah.
if you want your freaking t-shirt and stuff like that, game on. You can make socks and all that stuff here. But
Do we
want
wanna-
to technical
Do we want to
apparel,
tease what we're doing tomorrow?
That's
we
right.
got some exciting stuff happening.
I think we should wait. I don't want to stir up too much shit, but
we've got a very exciting day planned for tomorrow. There's something coming on the horizon, probably 2026 that I think you guys will be really excited for. It's in line with exactly this, and it involves being manufactured in a company that's native to Virginia Beach.
All I'm going to say is, this is my patented phrase. This is an Aron Snyder led project. This is his passion. Stand the fuck by.
Yeah. Well, and I obviously there's all kinds of shit. Like anytime there was a dynamic change that I made recently in my life, there's always, whatever crap talked and rumors or whatever else. But it was a very easy and good decision for me to come work for you guys, partner up with, I talk to you every day on the phone. I talk to you every other day on the phone. And have the same vision, have the same ethos, bringing things back in the U.S. and focusing on, teamwork, relationships. Like it's been great. It's been awesome. And I mean, what we have going on tomorrow is another, building block in what we're about to create, whether that be the academy or clothing or other things. I mean, we're just moving forward. And I think in, 3 years, I think this company will be something that is a force to be reckoned with. I mean, even less than that. But you have to figure, like when people look at this, we have BP Main, CrossFit, right? Athletic clothing. We have BP Tactical. Then we have BP Outdoors. And then that is all growing step by step. And when I say that, there's no telling what we will be offering in 2026.